What is up, YouTube boxing family? It's K-Rod here. I'm back at it with another good video for you guys today. And today we got Mr. Frank the Ghost Martin versus Michel Ali Rivera, set for December 17th at the Minnesota venue down at Minneapolis Armory, where David Morrell just recently fought. I'm really happy for both of these guys. Just want to send my respects to both of them, because this is not going to be a very easy fight. This is a fight where I truly believe one guy is going to come out destructive and the other guy could very well come out very how should I say, very counteractive. It just depends on who shows up. I think Frank Martin is a very destructive test for Michel Rivera. Credit to Errol Spence for even thinking that this fight is a good fight, because to have Frank Martin headline his own main event, obviously he should have been in the ring sooner, because there was talks that him and Chris Colbert should have got it going. But yeah, I just find it crazy that both of these guys are actually going at it. I'm really happy that they were able to get this going, and this is a pretty difficult matchup. How I see this fight going down, I think Frank Martin is going to give Michel Rivera a very difficult task, and I think Frank is just a very destructive pressure fighter, similar to Errol Spence in a way, and he has such a destructive style. I guess that the biggest takeaway from this style matchup is that I can't really determine what would be considered the proper task in trying to make this fight any more how should I say, competitive in this style. I think honestly, when it comes to anything that that we could think of for this fight, I think that this fight is a very good matchup, and there's like a lot to break it down. Hold on, give me 1 second. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, in regards to this matchup, I think this is a very destructive matchup. Both of these guys are not coming to play around, and I think how this fight will ever go down is that one person is going to break the other fighter, and the other fighter is going to have a very difficult time exerting what they're good at. And I think Michel Rivera, I think he's one of the best pure technical boxers in the lightweight division. Next to Frank Martin, he's definitely up there in terms of boxing. Obviously, in his last fight with Jackson Mariñez, that was a fight that he should have made it a lot easier for him to stop him, but it took some time for him to figure it out. He's obviously not a finished product. Frank Martin had to figure him out for the majority of those rounds that he somewhat struggled, but he ended up getting the job done, stopping him in the 10th, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, he's good, man. Frank Martin is on a massive tear. Same age as me, 27, about to be 28. I'm very happy with his development, with Derek James growing with Errol Spence. He's 5'8" with a 68-inch arm reach, and he's on a massive tear, man. He's been going after some pretty tough guys, minus the Romero Duno victory, but still, Romero Duno, that's a good opponent. His best wins is probably Jerry Perez. He was undefeated. He stopped him. Also facing guys like Ryan Kielczewski, a very good, crafty veteran, and Jackson Mariñez, the guy that quote unquote should have, beat, Rolando Romero. So, I think Frank beats a lot of guys in the lightweight division. Probably his toughest fights will be Pitbull, Isaac Cruz, I don't think Lomachenko is ever gonna fight Frank. I think Lomachenko's just gonna cash out on a Devin Haney fight, and he'll probably get smoked by Tank. So I don't think he's ever gonna fight Tank. But most definitely, what we see here with the rest of the division minus Jermaine Ortiz, because I believe he's moving up to 140. So I think Frank can definitely beat a crap load of guys on the list. I'll even take Devin Haney out of the picture because he's gonna move up to 140 soon anyway. He better move up to 140. I don't see what else he can really do. But as far as the rest of the division itself, you got Tank, maybe George Kambosos. I don't think he'll be there for that long. I think he's done. He said he is done after Devin Haney. So I don't think he's ever coming back. I would probably just say hang it up because you got nothing else really to do. Like, you made like a crap load of money with Devin, so just go ahead and get your fight done, or get your money and just leave. But yeah, you'll see most likely guys like Michel Rivera, William Zepeda, Frank Martin, Isaac Pitbull, Cruz, Zaur Abdulwala. That's a very, very notable name. That's definitely coming up. I think he's looking very, very sharp. He obviously beat Jorge Linares, and obviously he came off of a good win recently back in September. So I think Zaur, he's gonna upset some people. He's gonna be like a Butai of 135. Don't forget Giovanni Cabrera. He's a very, very destructive fighter. Jose Valenzuela, Edwin De Los Santos, Rolando Romero. I'm not too sure if he's gonna stay at 135. I've been hearing that he's planning on moving up in weight. I'm not too sure, but I mean, if he's moving up in weight, and I'm hearing that him and Adrian Broner are gonna fight, no, sir. But other people that are in this division, you got Miguel Berchelt, you got who else? Angel Fierro. He's a very dangerous ass fighter. Just knocked out Jeremy Cuevas. Well, he got a referee stoppage, but still, Jeremy Cuevas, he had the style to whip his ass, and he gave that fight up so bad. Who else we got? We got some other good ass fighters. We got who's this guy? Armando Martinez Robbie. No, I don't know too much about this guy. Let's see. Abel Mendoza. Is he any good? Oh yeah. Like, I've talked about him multiple times. I don't think he's one of those guys to be good. I mean, you also have like Miguel Contreras. You got Starling Castillo that could very well come into the mix and take out a lot of guys, or potentially. And then after that, there's really nobody else here. I mean, yeah, also, like, I can't forget about Nahir Albright, Raymond Murataya, Tito, Ernesto Mercado, Rene Gueron, Oscar Duarte, Brian Flores, Ruben Torres. Like, yeah, the lightweight division is extremely stacked. A lot of killers in this division. These guys ain't playing around, and you can definitely see where things are going. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it, man. There's just so many good matchups you could think of in this particular division. So I think when everything gets consolidated, we're gonna start seeing all these guys get beat up, and we'll see who comes out on top. So either way, as far as this matchup goes, I think this is a very, very destructive matchup. But either way, I think this is gonna be a pretty good, interesting fight. As far as who has the advantages and disadvantages, I'll probably talk about the advantages for Frank. He has the power advantage, definitely for sure. He has the pressure advantage. The footwork, that will very well be his disadvantage. I think Frank is going to definitely have a little bit of a footwork issue, but it's not going to be by that huge of a margin. Michel Rivera has a great jab. He has probably one of the best jabs in the lightweight division. His jab is extremely destructive. I think it's probably going to stagger Frank for a good couple rounds, but once Frank figures that power and that jab setup, I think he's gonna break Michel, and he's gonna take Michel down. But if Michel, if he's able to do what he's supposed to do, he could very well cruise to a decision. But I just don't see it happening. Like, I really do see this fight not going the distance simply because Michel Rivera, his chin is very suspect. I wouldn't even say suspect. I think like we're just starting to see a little bit of cracks in his punch resistance when he gets hit by somebody that knows how to punch. When you take a look at the John Fernandez fight, obviously he looked kind of gassed in that fight, and he didn't look like he was preparing himself well. So that's what made him very susceptible to get hit with something that he didn't see, and that looked more of like a flash knockdown. The Joseph Adorno fight, that looked a little bit shaky when Adorno hit him with some really heavy shit. I think what ended up happening was that Michel Rivera, he wasn't keen to being hit by Joseph's punches because Joseph loaded up a good shot on him. But that was like a really rare like occurrence, so I think he was able to take those shots very well, and he was outboxing Joseph Adorno for the majority of those rounds. So either way, it's not even bad. It's actually good that he's actually not even getting hit that much. I don't think so. I think his defense is definitely above average, but here's some of the weaknesses with Michel Rivera. When he gets tired, I think that's the detriment of his career, because when you think about it, Michel Rivera is very, very flat foot heavy when you do slow him down. I think, especially from a southpaw perspective, like if I'm looking to crush somebody that's trying to outbox me, what I like to do is that I like to make sure that you're not going to a position where you're feeling comfortable at. So if I'm looking at Michel Rivera in front of me, what I'm expecting is that he's going to come off of his back foot, because he's not coming front foot heavy. He's not going to plant his feet down with Frank. And by any means necessary, Frank could very well, F up, and, Michel Rivera can easily plant his feet at the right position to hurt Frank, because he has amazing angles. Probably even better angles than Vasyl Lomachenko, because Lomachenko's angles and all that crazy nonsensical stuff, that was good and all, but that's not technical pure boxing. And especially from a boxer-puncher's perspective, like, you have to know how to turn your feet at the right place at the right time and be very precise with it. And Michel Rivera, he's very, very good at doing that. That's why they call him, La Zarza Ali. I call him Baby Trinidad Ali, but his nickname is Baby Ali. That's why that they call him La Zarza Ali. I forgot what La Zarza mean. I think it's like the reincarnated, but La Zarza meaning, I think it's reincarnated. But yeah, I'm just trying to figure that out. La Zarza, what's the meaning? La Zarza. Yeah, I don't know what La Zarza. La Zarza Ali has to be the reincarnated. Wait, hold on. Reincarnated Spanish. Let's see. Spanish. Oh, reincarnado. Oh, okay. So La Zarza. Hold on. What is Zarza? Zarza. Spanish meaning. Hold on. Spanish meaning. Because I don't even know what Zarza even means. Zarza? Oh, the bramble? Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. But yeah, La Zarza Ali has to be, like the real Ali, or something like that. That has to be like, the second coming of Ali or something. But yeah, either way, I just call him, La Zarza Trinidad Ali, or like people call him Baby Ali, but I call him Baby Trinidad Ali. So either way, he definitely looks like Muhammad Ali. I call him basically Muhammad Ali's grandson / ancestor to Ali and Trinidad. So Ali and Trinidad's ancestor. But yeah, either way, Michel Rivera, he's a beast. I love watching him fight. The only thing I'm a little bit concerned about is the power. I don't think the power is as effective to keep up. I just think when I do look at the fight playing inside my head, I think Frank Martin will do anything in his power to make sure Michel doesn't have an easy night out. I just think how the fight will go down is that it's gonna end up being like one of those fights where Michel thinks he's winning, but I think Frank is just one of those guys where even when you think he's losing, Frank has a very good one-hitter quitter to like actually make himself very successful to actually win fights. But it's just that he's obviously not like Gervonta Davis, but he definitely has a good power hitting factor where his punches really do make a difference in the fight. And when he does know how to find that distance and know how to make yourself more uncomfortable in the event to win, he's very, very good at doing that. I think that's what makes Frank Martin a very special fighter. And I think Michel Rivera is definitely in for a really big, a very big time, beatdown if he so chooses to try to trade with Frank. But I don't think it's gonna happen like that. I think Michel's gonna do anything in his power to make sure, to make sure Frank is not going to gain as much momentum in hurting him. But I just think, this fight is definitely not going to go the distance. I think the person that's going to be more susceptible to get knocked out will be Michel Rivera. And if Michel Rivera, if he actually stops Frank Martin, that's going to be very, very, interesting. But I just don't see it happening because he does have good pop, but Frank has a way more deadlier punch with his, with his 1-2 combination and that 3-6, that hook to the body type combination. He really knows how to set up great shots, and he's just such a defensive technical counter puncher, because that's what Frank really is. He doesn't really look for shots, but I mean, if he sees a good opportunity to hurt you, he takes pages out of Errol Spence's book where he goes in there and he really comes in to actually hurt you. So I think it's very, very good to see where Frank Martin is at with the Michel Rivera potential victory, because if he does beat him and he actually does stop him, stop him like a way that nobody else could ever do to him, I think it'll be a very, very good fight. It's just that at what point of the rounds do we see Michel Rivera crack down to Frank's pressure? I just don't see it to even be that much of a big thing, because it'll probably end up just being like one of those fights where we just don't know until somebody gets brutally hurt, because that's what everyone's going to be expecting. They're going to be expecting either guy to knock each other out, but I just don't see it to be like that. I think this fight will definitely go to the cards if both guys are just too tired to even land effective punches, because they're gonna hurt each other. But I think the stamina is gonna play a massive factor, because Frank does tend to have like a little bit of like a stamina issue, but his power does carry late, so I don't think his power really fades, because while he's tired, he actually just takes his time and loads up on a good shot that he sees. So anyways, this is a very, very destructive matchup. I'm definitely looking forward to it. I think both of these kings are going to make a lot of money doing this once, and shit, if they could run a rematch when they're champions, I think that's what's going to end up happening. I think, honestly, my final prediction on this is that they're going to fight each other once, and then whoever beats each other, they're going to see each other again when they capture titles, and then they're gonna probably fight each other a third time, because the second fight's gonna be just as good as the first fight. So either way, they're benefiting from each other's greatness. So much respect to both of them, because Frank Martin, if he does beat Michel Rivera, that's good on his resume, but Michel Rivera losing to him doesn't even hurt him. If anything, it's actually a very good, credible match, where even depending on who you're siding with or who you want to try to act like, oh well, this guy's just gonna beat his ass, blah blah blah, no, I'm not here for dick ratting, but Like either way, just to be cordial and to be consistent, to be as objective as you can. This is going to be one of the greatest fights in the lightweight division, and this is going to be good for boxing. So, either way, like the fighters both win at the end of the day, but the fans win because this is like the best fight in the best. So, like I'm down for it, man. Start the gauntlet up, get everybody, into tournaments and shit, and force these young guys to get inside of the ring, man, or else just get out of the sport because that's what boxing should be made. Warriors should be fighting each other, not cowards. But either way, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about this matchup, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. Shout out to Frank Martin and Errol Spence for getting this fight made, and the PBC on top of Michel Rivera's team, and Michel Rivera himself. So can't wait. The Dominican sensation, Michel Lazarza Ali Rivera, aka Baby Trinidad Ali, versus Frank the Ghost Martin, aka Mr. Mini Ghost of Mortal Kombat, next to Errol Spence, the Ermac Smoke of the division of 147. But yeah, guys, let's see you guys later. This is a great ass fight. Can't wait. December 17th. Put your dates right on that calendar or mark it. And yeah, man, I will see you guys for a final prediction. Let's go. See you guys. Bye.